Hi, welcome to Live on What You Grow. This is a channel where we teach you how to turn your backyard into a mini farm. And even if you only have available a 4x8 plot of ground, or even if you have to grow in pots, that is a very valuable option as well. Don't get turned off by the words mini farm, because what we're really talking about here is a mindset that you would have where that you're serious about what you're doing. With all the concerns that we have about food security and the rising cost of food, that starting a backyard mini farm could be the answer. So I did another video about biochar, and I want to continue along that theme of what I was talking about. And if you haven't seen that video, you want to go back into the playlist and make sure that you watch that one. But let me give you a recap of biochar. What biochar does is it supercharges your soil with beneficial microbiological activity. It provides homes for all the microscopic bacterial and fungal life, which in turn are going to increase your cation exchange capacity. Don't worry if you don't understand everything I'm talking about now, but you will want to go back and listen to the other video that I did. But the cation exchange capacity, your CEC, is the ability of your soil to hold on to and to unlock all of the nutrition that lies in your soil. It's going to open up your soil structure for better root and fungi penetration. Biochar is going to increase the water holding capacity of your soil. Biochar is going to give your soil that impressive, beautiful, dark color, which thaws out quicker in the spring, and it lasts for over 1,000 years in your soil. It improves your soil. It gets better with time. And I've spent time on that video talking about regenerative soil, where your soil is regenerating. It's getting better and better every year, even if you're not putting any kind of supplements into your soil. It also, and this might be one of the most important things for some people, is that it reduces the amount of carbon that is in the atmosphere. So you want to go and watch that other video. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a free biochar cooker, or it can be called a free biochar retort or a free biochar kiln. No matter what you call it, this is what it is. You're putting wood chips or any other kind of carbon material inside of this, and we're going to seal it up. This one over here, I've got some longer pieces of wood that I put into the biochar cooker. Cover it over with the other can, hit it down, put it into your wood stove or put it into any fire, and it will turn it into this charcoal, which we are going to turn into biochar by activating it. You can use wood. Here is some bones that I charred earlier in my wood stove. You could put any kind of organic material in it, corn cobs, other things that are like that, and you're going to turn it into that valuable biochar. Um, like I said on my other video, I make over $12,000 worth of biochar a year and put it into my soil just by turning this wood into biochar. So you can make an unlimited supply of these biochar cookers for free. And you can look online and they sell biochar cookers for $150, $300, $1,000. And I actually think that my invention here is better than all of those other ones, and especially because it's free. It might not be better, but because it's free, it is better for me because I have an unlimited supply of these cans. So you're going to use a crimping tool. And the people over at JoanJip, and I'll put a link in my description below, they saw my video and they sent this to me so that I could do a trial on it. They thought that it was a great idea. When they saw my biochar videos, they started doing it for their own gardens. And this is the absolute perfect tool for that. and I'm going to crimp one side of the retort, one side of the biochar cooker, and it's going to fit inside the other can. But you can make a free biochar cooker in less than a minute, and you can make an unlimited supply of them. It's like the easiest thing that you can possibly do. You can make them in different sizes. This is the number 10 can, and this is how I make most of my biochar, but you can also make them in small cans, medium-sized cans, any size can that you have. As long as you have 2 cans, you can make a free biochar cooker out of it. So I'm going to show you how simple it is. Like I said, I've been using these crimpers now for about 2 months or so, and it really is the easiest way to make these cookers. But you're going to be able to make a cooker in about a minute, and like I said, you can make as many of these. It's like having an unlimited supply of free biochar cookers. So let me just show you how to do it. We're going to crimp this, and there's 2 blades on the bottom and 3 blades on the top. You want to put the 3 blades on the top, and you're just going to place the can inside of there, squeeze, and you can see that it made an indentation on there. So that was the middle one that made that indentation, and then you just line up the other blade with that slot, and you just do that same thing, and we're just going to go around this until we get all the way to the end. Okay, so you can see now that I have those scalloped edges that go all around it. Now this can will fit inside of the other can. And then you just press it down, and you now have a free biochar cooker. Now, one thing you also have to do is you have to take and poke a hole in the end of the crimped one. You could put it on either one, but for uniformity, I want to do it the same way every time, because some of these cookers are going to start degrading after a while, and you want to make sure that you have the hole on the same end. Let me just show you what they look like when they start to decay. The metal starts to get all eroded like that. And people will say, well, how many times can you use it? And the answer is you use it until you can't use it anymore. So because that we are putting the wood inside of the biochar cooker, and it is getting turned into this charcoal. These are bones, but it's the same thing for the wood or the bones. As long as there is no ash inside of it, you just keep using them. You know, you're going to start seeing little holes and pinholes develop. You just keep using it until you start to see ash inside your biochar cooker, and at that point you just throw them away. Let me just take some of these smaller cans so that I can show you how that I do those. As long as they are the same diameter, you can take a small can like this tuna fish can and put it onto this whatever it was that came in here. But if you do it like this, I like the small can to fit over the top of it. I wouldn't want to put the scallops on this one, because then it would go almost all the way in and it just wouldn't work too well. So I'm just going to take this crimper and just go around this one. And I'll speed up the video so that you don't have to watch me do this whole thing. Or maybe not. This one's going a lot faster than that other one. But you can see how fast that I did that. There you go. And you just fill it up with your wood chips. Takes a little bit of practice to be able to flip them over without spilling them all out. And you just take that and you put it into any fire. You put that into your wood stove, put it into any fire. Let me do one more here. This is a real small one. And I just fill up my whole wood stove. So I want to put these little ones in. You fit them in the little areas between the pieces of wood in your wood stove. Now, you know, biochar is something that is so tremendous for your soil. It's worth all of this effort to make this biochar. You know, like I said, I make over $12,000 worth of it, and yet there are people that are out there that are spending money buying it, and there's no way they're going to be able to produce the 500 pounds of it, or they're not going to buy 500 pounds of it each and every year to put it into their garden, because they would be spending over $12,000. So you're giving your garden the opportunity to be the very best that it can possibly be. You see how it just fits in there perfect. So this is I don't want to make a mess here, but this is something that will absolutely transform your garden. Making this biochar and putting it in. I told you on the other video that I believe that compost is the most important thing that you can do for your garden, and I would say that's 50% out of anything that you can do to increase your garden's capacity and the productivity. I believe that biochar is actually 40%. So between the compost and the biochar and all of the benefits that I talked to you about before, you've got you can double and triple and quadruple the amount of produce coming from your garden. Now, one thing that I wanted to mention, because this happened to me, and that is that I pushed these together really tight and I can't open it. And that happens sometimes. So I just want you to be aware of it. It has happened to me before, and a lot of times you can open them by striking it on that edge with a piece of metal. But this one, I know I've already tried to do this, and I know that I'm not going to be able to get this one apart. And it happens at times. I don't want you to worry about it. This was another one that it happened to, and I just took a hammer and I beat that in, and then I was able to separate it like that. Another thing you can do, I could just take this one that I can't open, and I can just use the can opener and open it up. Because the cans are free, I don't care that I'm sacrificing this. Doesn't matter to me at all. But I just don't want to sacrifice that biochar that's in there. That's probably, at that going rate, that's probably worth $10, $15 worth of biochar in there. So I don't want to get rid of that. But there it is. See the biochar in there? Obviously, this cooker isn't going to be any good to me anymore, but that's okay. This is going to transform your garden. It's going to transform your life. So that's really all that I need to talk to you about making a free biochar cooker. And I want to thank you for watching. And I also want to let you know that we're forming a community. So we're here for you. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas, I'd appreciate it if you'd post them in the comments section below. I try to get to you within a day. I try to answer all of the questions within a day. And I'm going to be putting links in the description section below so that you can get one of these Joan Jip crimpers. And after doing it many different ways, I would never do it any other way. That just makes it just so easy. And also, one last thing, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel. There's going to be another video where I'm going to be talking about how to make the biochar and how to charge it and activate it so that it will be ready to put into your garden. And so make sure that you subscribe so that you will be notified when I put that video out. So until next time, learn to live on what you grow.